Welcome back to the channel. We've got more comedy on the agenda for today. We're coming back to somebody who we haven't done in a while. That's Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, it has been a little bit since we did his.
Yeah, I think we did his recent Netflix special, the most recent one. He's obviously had a very long career, very successful career, dating back to the 90s with some films. I remember seeing him in Half Baked. I was definitely into my weed smoking days at that point. So that fell right into my wheelhouse. I don't think you've seen that before.
No, I was never really if you guys are new here, I was never really into comedy or any of that prior even to this channel. So I'd heard his name and I had friends who were into Dave Chappelle and other comedians, but I just never really got into any of it.
Yeah, so he had that. Then he had the Dave Chappelle show. That was really successful. And then he walked away from that, apparently at the height of its success. And he's really dictated, I think, where he wants to go with his career. And that's why I think he adds the social commentary context in his comedic bits. He doesn't really allow people to dictate what he's going to say, and it's not controlled by anybody. So you got to give him credit for that. And he's been doing his thing, like I said, for a very, very long time, because the 90s were 35 years ago, right? So, or 30 years ago. So, he's been around for a while. This one, we're going to go back in time. I think around the 2000s would have been when this came out. But obviously, like I said, he's been super successful. So he's
apparently Chivalry's been dead for a while then.
Apparently. And I was just going to say, give us some other bits if you guys want us to check out more Dave Chappelle.
The only thing in our society that bothers me the most is the way that men and women don't get along no more. That's really what's bugging me about it. Men and women just don't get along. Like, I hear women say this all the time. I know a lot of you sisters be like, chivalry is dead. Don't you? Don't y'all feel that way? Like men aren't gentlemen anymore? That's right. Chivalry is dead, and women killed it. There's a fundamental difference in the way we're going to see things. We're not going to see eye to eye on this issue. We're just not. Our tests in life are different. A woman's test in life is material. A man's test in life is a woman. Now, by test, I mean that those are the things that we desire. Men have nice cars, not because they like nice cars, because they know women like nice cars. That's how it goes. Because men are hunters, and the car is the bait. And a woman comes and says, ooh, nice Porsche. Gotcha, bitch. That's how it is. That's true. Come on now, you go to a woman's house, her house be comfortable as shit. Women love comfortable surroundings, so men get comfortable surroundings. But let me tell you something. If a man could fuck a woman in a cardboard box, he wouldn't buy a house. But that's still not where chivalry got killed. Chivalry got killed by the feminist movement on the magazines that got women going crazy, because women got too much advice about men from other women. And they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's true. I see this shit in the magazines. I don't read them, but I be seeing the cover. I be in the grocery store, fellas, you look at one of the magazines, like, what is this? And they say on the cover, 100 Ways to Please Your Man by some lady. Get out of here, man, come on. Ain't no 100 ways, that list is 4 things long. Just suck his dick, play with his balls, and then fix him a sandwich and don't talk so much, and they're gonna be happy.
Clearly, the guys in the house are resonating with the message here. Stand up, hooting and hollering. They're getting into it. Just give me a blowjob and a sandwich. Thank you very much.
It's hilarious because I remember, I don't know if people even still read magazines these days, but I remember being a teenager and the Cosmopolitan magazine and all of that. And I even remember looking at some of the stuff in there and being like, isn't it kind of weird that like women are writing things about what apparently men want,
Yeah.
even though they're not a man? Or like women writing even romance novels or books, like writing male characters and
Right.
like perspectives from male characters. And I'm like, but how would you know?
Yeah. And I think it's funny because we mentioned, you mentioned Chivalry Is Dead. And this is obviously a while back. And it's so funny to hear Dave say women killed chivalry,
and
because
the
I think
feminist movement.
that resonates very, very much today, right?
Yeah.
And then the magazines trick the women. The magazines start picking at your self-esteem. Every page you turn, you start feeling fatter and uglier, and you feel like your clothes aren't good enough. And the magazines have you forgetting how fucking beautiful you are. And that's what happens. Now look what happens. And then you forget how beautiful you are, and we all suffer. If pussy was a stock, it would be plummeting right now because you flooded the market with it. You're giving it away too easy. I'm just being truthful. I'm just talking. It would plummet. We'd be watching the news today. Pussy plummeted again on the NASDAQ. Gold is up 10 points. You can see it. You ever have this happen? This is how confusing it is. This is the practical application of what I'm talking about. Like a guy be out, this happens to a lot of guys, you be out at a club, bar, right? You're kicking with your boys, and a girl walks by, and man, she looks good. She looks good. Not good in that classical way. I mean, I'm talking good, like she got half her ass hanging out her skirt. Her titties are all mashed together, popping out the top of her turtleneck and shit. And you with your buddies, right? You with your buddies, you got a couple drinks in you, and you see a girl like this, you might try to talk to her. This might not come out right. I don't know what you say, but damn, look at them titties! The girl gets mad at you. Wait a minute. Just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a whore. Which is true. Gentlemen, that is true. Just because they dress a certain way doesn't mean they are a certain way. Don't ever forget it. But ladies, you must understand that is fucking confusing. Just is. Now that would be like me, Dave Chappelle the comedian, walking around the streets in a cop uniform. Somebody might run up on me. Oh, thank God. Officer, help us. Come on, they're over here. Help us. I'm like, oh, just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a police officer. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, all right, lady, fine. You are not a whore. But you are wearing a whore's uniform, I'll tell you that shit right now. Little misunderstandings can happen.
What are your thoughts on this one so far, Sam?
I think this is hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, he has a lot of truth and a lot of good points in it.
Pardon?
I said he has a lot of truth and a lot of good points in it.
Well, it reminds me of some of the conversations that we've had with, like, we go to the gym, right? We've had fitness as a huge part of our life for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had conversations about going to the gym, and in specific gyms, girls are not wearing a whole lot.
They're wearing basically nothing.
Yeah, like basically, what they would go to bed in, right?
Yeah.
And
or go to like a bikini, basically.
yeah, and it's like you see those videos now on social media, right, where girls will set up the cameras, and then they'll the background, the guy will be looking at the girl.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And they're like, how dare he look at me?
Exactly. That's basically what kind of, Dave is referring to, right? Is like, if you're dressed so provocatively, how can you not expect people to be looking at you a specific way?
For sure.
Right. And, or if you don't want that attention, why are you dressing that way? Right.
Yeah.
So really, I think is interesting though, that this has been going, maybe this is the start of it. Maybe this is the beginning. Dave is at this point in time highlighting the change in society
It's just
that's taking
starting,
place,
and it went a long ways from there.
where women are starting to care less about what they're wearing, and are saying, on one hand, I don't want this attention, dressing a certain way that they're getting that attention. It's very confusing, as Dave
For sure. And I think the police officer analogy was a good one.
It was great. Oh, his impression was fantastic as well. The person running over to the police officer. I mean, his voice, when his voice changes, so it's hilarious.
Little misunderstandings can happen. And then men, we misunderstand women a lot. We always undermine their feelings. You can't do that to them. You can't, because see, they're clapping. Feelings are very important to women. They are all important. I'm just learning this shit. Everything's based on how they feel. You can hear when they tell stories. You ever hear a man tell a story, it'd be just facts. Who, what, when, where, why. It was me and Bob, we was at Safeway. Then that nigga Bob said this, then I punched that nigga, and then I broke out. That's the story. That's the story. Women tell stories, all these feelings. Well, first of all, you have to understand, I was on my period, and I just talked to my mother, so I was feeling like, God damn, there's too many feelings. What the fuck happened? Get to it. But I gotta talk about them. Gotta talk about them. That's how they always get me. I'll be sitting there, watching TV, chilling and shit. My old lady come up to me. David, we need to talk. I don't say that out loud. That's how I feel inside. Because I know every time we need to talk about some shit that I gotta do. We don't ever have to talk about anything she needs to do. She leaves me defenseless. I have to do what I have to do. David, we need to talk. Nah. Don't do that to me, David. This is serious. Stop talking in that voice. No, see. I gotta do this, see. See.
That was Dave Chappelle with Chivalry Is Dead. I think that might be one of my favorites from Dave that we've done on the channel.
Yeah,
I really
me
love
too.
that one.
Definitely. I thought that was great. I was laughing the whole time. Is that what your internal dialogue is when I come and interrupt your couch YouTube watching time?
No comment on that. No comment. I'm going to keep myself in a doghouse on that one. I think there is definitely some differences between men and women.
Yeah.
But society tries to blend those lines or blur those lines, I should say now.
Yeah, I feel like we've had lots of those conversations of the comparisons before.
Yeah. But that's what, but that's the part about it. It's funny, we make light of it and it's true. But that's why, it's important for us to understand those differences, right? Like, Dave is making fun of the fact that that's the way he feels, and you're mentioning that to me. But that's also why it's my responsibility to recognize, we are different, and feelings do matter to you. So when you come in and you want to have that conversation, even though maybe at that moment I would be like, I don't really care to do this right now, it's important for me as your partner to be like, okay, this is important to her. Right?
Yeah.
And vice
understand
versa.
those differences.
Vice versa, like when that, if I'm not in a good mood or something like that, it's like, you're not going to press me to want to talk about something.
Yeah,
you're going to give me some space, right? You're going to allow me to do my thing for a bit, right? And then whenever I want to talk about something, I'll talk about it, right?
Yeah.
But forcing men a lot of the time be like, tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on. Especially with this whole thing that we've talked about where men should share their feelings, right?
Yeah. Be more vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, to me anyways, that's not what I would do. Anyways, I love this one from Dave Chappelle.
Thumbs up from me too.
Very, very much enjoyed coming back to him. So let us know if there's anything else we should check out from this bit or from, maybe around this time period. I think there's been a couple that we've done. I think maybe one of them might have got blocked from this performance as well. But let us know down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe. Have a great day. We'll see you on our next video.
Thanks for watching.